our civilian guests are welcome to place their hand over their heart. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the 7th Mission Support Group Commander and Presiding Officer, Colonel Todd Jensen, welcome to the 7th Contracting Squadron Change of Command, in which Major Timothy Cabana will relinquish command to Major Brett Burdyshaw. The change of command ceremony is a visible means of handing the reins from one commander to another. Exchanging the guidon is more than just a symbolic tradition. The guidon identifies the loyalty and allegiance of the unit. Passing it to another officer was, and still is, the literal change of command. Today, the 7th Contracting Squadron guidon will be passed on representation and responsibility of the unit and being surrendered by one and accepted by another. Today's ceremony is simple and direct. The departing commander will face the presiding officer, salute, and say, "Sir, I relinquish command." He then steps aside as the new commander takes his place in front of the presiding officer. He salutes and says, "Sir, I assume command." In all 8 spoken words, but there are just 8. There is an ending and a beginning. For Major Timothy Cabana, it marks the end of a distinguished tour with the 7th Contracting Squadron. For Major Brett Burdyshaw, it heralds the beginning of a new and challenging tour of duty. To both, we offer our best wishes. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Dyess Honor Guard, playing of our national anthem, and the invocation given by Chaplain Captain John Cherry.
Honor Guard, present the colors.
Stand by. Colors. Attention. Hook. Port. Arms. Forward. Heart. Colors. Halt. Present. Arms. arms, colors, colors turn, hearts.
Let us pray. Eternal God, Almighty Father, as we gather here this morning for this ceremony, I invoke your blessing on this ceremony for those who are participating and those gathered here to witness the passing of the baton of leadership for the 7th Contracting Squadron. As Major Timothy Cabana comes to the end of his tenure as commander, we thank you for his service and leadership. May he live with fond memories for his contributions to an impact on the Dyess team. I pray your blessing upon him and his family as they depart for a new chapter in their lives. I pray your special blessings upon Major Brett Bodishaw and his family as he assumes the awesome responsibility of commanding the squadron. Please guide him as he leads. I pray that wisdom, compassion, and creative leadership will mark the command of Major Bodishaw. Please grant him health, wisdom, humility, and strength for this journey. In your holy and mighty name we pray, Lord. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Dyess Honor Guard and Chaplain Cherry. At this time, I would like to introduce our distinguished guests in attendance with us today. But please hold your applause until they have all been announced. The 7th Bomb Wing Commander, Colonel Joseph Kramer. Representing the 7th Bomb Wing Command Chief, Chief Trevor, I said it wrong again, Chief Trevor Hensley. Thank you. We're especially pleased to have with us today Major Cabana's family, his wife Celeste, and his daughter Hadley. Also joining us today is Major Bertie Shaw's family, his wife Serena, his son Brooks, and his parents Will and Gail Bertie Shaw. We would also like to welcome all of the families, friends, squadron commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, Team Dyess warriors, and the men and women of the 7th Contracting Squadron for attending and joining us today in this special occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the 7th Mission Support Group Commander, Colonel Todd Jensen.
Everybody hear me? I guess that's a bad way to start. If you couldn't hear me, you probably couldn't raise your hand because you wouldn't have heard me. Good morning and happy Monday. What a great day to be a part of Team Dyess, to be in big country, right? We really appreciate everyone who came out today, but especially those who had a role in putting today's ceremony together. It's always amazing to me how professional, but how quickly we run through all of the pomp and circumstance, if you will, of the beginning of these. And I think that belies the effort that goes into bringing a ceremony like this together. So to the Honor Guard, to the chaplain, to our narrator, and to all the people who had a hand in putting today's ceremony together, thank you very much. I'd also like to thank everyone for their flexibility in shifting the ceremony. I know that originally we were scheduled to do this on Friday, but I'd say if there's a good reason to shift a date, a new federal holiday and a moment for reflection, a time for reflection for such a significant event in our country's history, that was definitely the appropriate reason. So again, thanks for your flexibility and for moving the ceremony to today. So Colonel Kramer, Chief Hensley, glad to have you here today. The Cabana and Birdie Shaw families, commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, and to the members of our esteemed 7th Contracting Squadron, welcome and thank you for attending today's ceremony. A special welcome to Tim's parents, Mark and Cheryl, who are here with us today virtually. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it out for the ceremony, but they are with us here today virtually. Also, Gail and Will Birdie Shaw, we're glad you were able to travel out from Ohio and be with us here in person today. We brought in the weather just for you. We want to make sure it was nice and toasty. So glad you could join us here today. So today is the proverbial bittersweet day in the perpetual life cycle of the squadron and squadron commanders. During today's ceremony, we're going to bid farewell to Major Tim Cabana after 3 years of command, and at the same time, we'll welcome Major Brett Birdie Shaw to the fold. And I didn't make a mistake, 3 years of command. For those of you who don't know, for a standard command tour for most career fields, you're looking at 2 years, but for contracting, it is actually a three-year tour. So that is intentional, and that is something that's peculiar. I'm not going to try and say it, unique to the contracting squadron command, but definitely an opportunity for us to have quality leaders in the seat for just a little bit longer. So Tim, as you well know, squadron command is a labor of love during which you get to see the absolute best of people, but you also have the opportunity to stand shoulder to shoulder with your team through challenges. I don't want to steal all the thunder from your medal that we're going to get to in just a minute here, but I do want to take just a minute to talk about some of the challenges in the context of Major Cabana's command. And I already used the word unique, but I'll use it again because these last 3 years have definitely been unique. So when you think about everything that this country has faced, and that translates down to the wing level, whether that's resurgent peer adversaries like Russia and China, who drive new bomber employment concepts, increased deployment frequency added to the standard AEF deployments that we were already doing, support of partner units here on the installation who are fully engaged in drawdowns in both AFRICOM as well as in Afghanistan, a 100-year winter storm called Uri that came through, political upheaval on the home front, cyber attacks, and oh, by the way, this little thing we call a global pandemic that none of us have experienced in our lives. We always seem to say it, and we always seem to try and work it in to these kinds of ceremonies, but these truly have been unprecedented times. And Tim, you led your team through each and every one of these challenges, not just for the members of your unit, but as they dealt with the impacts of these issues across families, across geographies, and a variety of other dimensions. You truly redefine the support of mission support along the way. As amazing as your successes have been, command is definitely a team sport and a family affair. So Celeste and Hadley, we know that you've shouldered those same burdens and stresses that Tim has throughout this 3-year tour. We also know that your upcoming move to Northern Virginia is going to bring some well-deserved consistency and family time along the way. Words truly cannot express what we owe you for your sacrifices. So if we could, a round of applause. So Brett and Serena, I probably made you a little bit nervous talking about all these huge global events. And unfortunately, many of these things are still ongoing, right? So my goal is not to scare you off from command, but let you know that opportunities await as you take the flag today. Command is definitely demanding and stressful, but they don't give just anyone the honor of squadron command or the privilege of squadron command. Brett, you're here today because of sustained performance from your earliest days at Scott Air Force Base and the 375th, through your time at Wright-Patterson, deployments to Afghanistan, time spent in Kuwait, and then most recently at the Defense Contract Management Agency down in Georgia. You've got the right skills for the job, there's no doubt about it. Serena, Mr. and Mrs. Burdyshaw, what your job is in all of this is to remind Brett that his command authority, while very active when he is at work and when he is leading his unit, it does not extend to family. So we ask that you keep him humble and remind him where he came from, and remind him that he needs to stay grounded, and he also has a role as son, as father and husband as well. And we take those charges very, very seriously. Brett, as a commander, you're often going to feel like you need to be the one that has the answers. I'd suggest to you that although being decisive is certainly an important part of leadership, and one of the most critical components of command communication is not just what you say as a commander, but maybe more importantly, how well you listen to your experts and your confidants. I recently had the opportunity to sit in the senior leader seminar with former Secretary of Defense James Mattis. When we asked him about his thoughts on what skills he thought leaders should master to face today's complex challenges and all those things that I already mentioned, he described the most powerful tool as listening. Our goal, he said, should be to listen with a willingness to be persuaded. I'm going to say that again. Listen with a willingness to be persuaded. It goes beyond just hearing the noises that people make and delves deeper into processing and truly trying to understand what they're trying to articulate to you. I challenge you to incorporate that approach into your leadership toolkit and look for opportunities to deploy it with your new team. In the end, we're here today with 2 successful officers and 2 special families. Although today is bittersweet, as I mentioned, both of these families are poised to embark on new challenges in new places, growing families, and exciting times for both. I trust that continued success are going to find both the Cabana and Burdyshaw families both here and down the road as you move on to new assignments. So let's get on with what we came here to do today. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Colonel Jensen presents Meritorious Civil Service Medal to Major Cabana.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America has awarded Meritorious Service Medal, 2nd Oakley Cluster, to Major Timothy E. Cabana for meritorious service 20 June 2018 to 18 June 2021. Major Timothy E. Cabana distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 7th Contracting Squadron, 7th Mission Support Group, 7th Bomb Wing, Dyess Air Force Base, Texas. During this period, Major Cabana expertly led a 37-member team in the execution of $525 million contract portfolio and a $10 million purchase card program supporting 2 wings, 10 tenant units, and 15,000 airmen annually. Additionally, Major Cabana resolved the base's primary quality of life issues by securing a $49 million renovation for 6 dormitories, impacting 400 first-term airmen. Furthermore, he guided the investment of $103 million to small businesses and executed the first ever partnership agreement with the City of Abilene for refuse service, generating $1.2 million in cost savings to the government. Moreover, Major Cabana executed a $150 million facility modernization effort, which fortified base infrastructure for the next 7 years. Finally, Major Cabana's leadership was evidenced by his unit garnering 5 group, 3 wing, 5 command award wins, and contributing to his unit's recognition as the Command's Contracting Squadron of the Year for 2018 and 2019. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Major Cabana reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Signed, Wilburn B. McLam, Colonel, United States Air Force Commander, 7th Mission Support Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the 7th Contracting Squadron Commander, Major Timothy Cabana.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm going to start with a lot of thank yous because I have many of them. Colonel Kramer, Chief Henson, thank you for being here this morning. Colonel Jensen, thank you for presiding today. And welcome to Team Dyess. I know you're going to enjoy your command here. Celeste and I wish you all the best. To all those who helped put today's ceremony together, especially Lieutenant Young, Lieutenant Colabo, Lieutenant Jodro, Lieutenant Williams, thank you for all of your hard work in making this happen. Chaplain Sherry, thank you for the kind words and appreciate you filling in my short notice. Thank you very much. To our narrator, Ms. Sergeant Green, Proffer, A1C Cujo, Chairman John back there, thank you. Appreciate your help today. Appreciate your help with making today's event a success. Thank you to the Dyess Honor Guard for another flawless event. Mr. Abel, as well as Steve and Nancy, thank you for all your support over the years. And to Chris and Linda Love, who couldn't be here today, our current honorary commander, appreciate all their support as well. To all friends, family, group commanders, squad commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, Team Dyess, and especially the men and women of 7 Cons, thank you for being here and sharing this moment with us. To all friends and family watching virtually, each one of you has had an impact on Celeste and I, but especially Celeste and I's family, Mom, Dad, Nick and Bree, Charles, Lynn and Steve, my Carol, Uncle Matt, Uncle Chris. Thank you for all your love and support. You all had a part in getting us to this moment. Celeste and I love you and are looking forward to getting back to the East Coast to spend more time and see more of you. I would be remiss if I did not thank some of the incredible leaders I've had the privilege of working for. Some that hired me, Colonel Brandon Parker, Colonel David Doss, Colonel Kevin Johnson, Chief Master Sergeant Blunt, Colonel Sue McGill, Colonel Newell, Chief Master Sergeant Duggar, Colonel McLam, Colonel Max Johnson, Colonel Mike Fighton, Mr. Barlow, Mr. Garcia, Chief Master Sergeant Warren. I have been truly blessed to work for some incredible leaders in my 3 years here. To my fellow squadron commanders, I see you back there. And especially my MSG brothers and sisters. You're some of the finest officers and leaders I could ever ask to serve with. Thank you for your leadership and your friendship. To the Birdie Shaws, Brett, Serena, Brooks, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you these last few weeks. Brett, I have absolutely no doubt that you're the right guy to take 7 Cons to new levels. Celeste Hadley and I wish you and your family the very best. Thank you for all you have done and all you will do as you lead this exceptional group of men and women. And now for the hard part. My beautiful family, Celeste and Hadley. The love, support, and sacrifice you have given has been nothing short of phenomenal. You both are the reason I'm still standing here today. Through all the long hours, late nights, weekends, good times and bad, you supported and cared for me every single day. Never complained once. I could never repay all the time I've taken from you. I'm certainly going to try. And I am beyond excited to start our next chapter. Celeste, I especially want to thank you for your dedication and support with your work with the Dyess Spouse Club. Your efforts significantly impacted the lives of many Dyess families. I love you both, and I promise I am leaving the phone here. Lastly, to the men and women of the 7th Contracting Squadron, Wolfpack, your commitment, professionalism, perseverance these last few years has been nothing short of awe-inspiring. My flight chiefs, senior non-commissioned officers, CGOs, especially to my command team, Senior Master Sergeant Hairston, Senior Master Sergeant Silver, Master Sergeant Macias, First Sergeant Williamson, First Sergeant Schultz, and Miss Mary. Thank you for your support, trust, and loyalty. You all led from your heart every day, taking care of 7 cons, and also taking care of me. And for that, I'm forever in your debt. As most of you know, there's very little that goes on in this space without contracting making it happen. From executing $179 million over the last 3 years to consistently managing a $500 million contract portfolio. From EMS wash rack to CIBR, AR, VR, dorm renovations, the first IGSA with the City of Abilene, all the SABRE, MAC, paving, roofing projects to the countless deployment gear requirements for warriors headed downrange, as well as supporting contingency contracting taskings to CENTCOM, Bomber Task Force taskings, and CONA support to the Offutt disaster, as well as COVID response. From the Gator to the Skiff, the largest medical support portfolio in the command, grounds maintenance to custodial, to millions in government purchase card transactions. And let's not forget the Porta Johns. None of these accomplishments compare to the one I am the most proud of. And that is 100% execution. In the 3 years I've had the honor to command this squadron, you have executed every requirement that Team Dyess has sent your way. And though some are prettier than others, you made it happen every time without fail. In spite of a global health pandemic, catastrophic winter storm, and in spite of ever-changing acquisition regulation and severe manpower shortfalls, you all made me proud to be your commander every single day. And I look forward to seeing all the amazing things you're going to do in the future. So I will leave you with this. Contracting can be a thankless profession, but don't ever forget the value you bring to the fight. Continue to strive to master your skills as mission-focused business leaders. And if anyone tries taking shots at you, calling you an honor, remind them that, yeah, that might be true, but without cons, none of you would have a damn thing. Thank you all. God bless.
Mrs. Cabana, the men and women of the 7th Contracting Squadron greatly appreciate your sacrifice, commitment, and support to this group, to our families, and the surrounding community. Please accept these flowers on behalf of the men and women of the Contracting Squadron. Sir, it has been a great honor to serve under your command. The men and women of the 7th Contracting Squadron thank you for your leadership, support, and dedication. We wish you and your family good luck and Godspeed in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the change of command?
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. By order of Colonel Todd M. Jensen, Special Order G16-14, Major Brett A. Burdyshaw assumes command of the 7th Contracting Squadron, Vice Major Timothy E. Cabana, effective 18 June 2021.
Sir, I relinquish command. Sir, I assume command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The Air Force has always recognized the importance of command and the significance of the unique position. In 2003, the Air Force created a special insignia in the form of the Commander's Badge to provide visible recognition of those who have undertaken such a distinct responsibility. Mrs. Burdyshaw, will you join us on the stage? And will you now pin our commander's pin onto the new 7th Contracting Squadron Commander? It is my pleasure to introduce the 7th Contracting Squadron Commander, Major Brett Burdyshaw.
All right, thank you everybody. Colonel Kramer, Chief Hensley, thank you for coming today. Really appreciate you guys' support being here, especially on the quick change from Friday to today. All other Team Dyess members, other fellow squadron commanders, look forward to working with you. Thanks for coming today. Thank you, Colonel Jensen, for officiating today, as well as placing your trust and commitment in me to lead the 7th Contracting Squadron. And welcome to you as well to Dyess. I also want to thank everyone that helped put this ceremony together, protocol, chaplain, the honor guard. Special shout out to the LTs, Lieutenant Young, Lieutenant Jandro, Lieutenant Colbo for all their hard work behind the scenes, kind of making this transition and this go smoothly today. Miss Mary, thank you for narrating today. I think it's so far everything's going really well. So I really appreciate everybody's support in putting this together. Thank you to my parents, Mom and Dad, for coming out for sure, but for just kind of helping me get to where I am today. Obviously, I wouldn't be standing up here without you guys. You've really kind of helped mold me and shape me into the officer and the person I am. So thank you, and I know you wouldn't miss an opportunity to come out and we'll call it shepherd around Brooks and make sure he's staying out of trouble. But thank you for coming and being flexible. And then for Serena and Brooks, we're really excited to be here. We're all excited for our new adventure here in Abilene at Dyess Air Force Base. We're really looking forward to becoming a member of the community here at Dyess and getting involved and really enjoying our time here. It's always fun to go to a new place and kind of experience new things and new location. We really enjoy that and take advantage of it. So really excited to be here. I'd like to thank Tim for leading me such a great squadron. I've been blown away by everybody's professionalism and support last week when I was kind of getting here, getting my feet under me. Just even a few days it was amazing how everybody's so willing to bend over backwards to help you out. So I'm really looking forward to working with you guys. It's an honor, truly is an honor to be your commander going forward. I look forward to accomplishing great things and leading you guys hopefully up to the standard that Tim left behind. I know it's going to be big shoes to fill, but I'm going to try my damnedest to make it, do what he did and hopefully maybe a little bit more. And I also want to say let's have some fun along the way. Let's work hard, but let's play hard too. Let's have fun. And then lastly, I just want to close with, I know I'm supposed to be brief and be gone today, so but as our patch says, September's coming, so we've got work to do. It's upon us here shortly, so let's get after it. Thank you.
We extend a warm Seven Cons welcome to the Burdyshaw family. Mrs. Burdyshaw, please accept the flowers on behalf of the 7th Contracting Squadron. This concludes today's ceremony. Please join us over at the 7th Contracting Squadron for a reception in honor of Major and Mrs. Burdyshaw. Please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party. Please come and join us over at the 7th Contracting Squadron for refreshments following the ceremony. We would like to thank all of you for attending today. Thank you very much.